We have had rain on and off throughout our Tuesday, and you are going to find that even at times we have the sun that's trying to fight through the clouds that we have. That's a look here on our downtown sky cam. You have some sunspots there on the Maumee River. You can see those clouds just kind of floating along the waters, of course, up above us, but at times it's providing us some shade, at times maybe a little glimpse of some sun. And even this morning, we saw quite a few rounds of rain. We've had our first round, and we even have our second round that's working its way through, and then another round for later on today. You're going to find rain chances are still going to remain in that scattered category, and that's just kind of where we're going to hold it. It does become more widespread as far as the coverage later on, but as far as your rain chances, that's what we're measuring here. You're going to find as we go into Wednesday morning that it becomes very quiet, and even by the time a lot of us are rolling around 7, 8 o'clock, it's going to be, well, a dry day at that point to where we won't have to worry about rainy conditions as we go through tomorrow. But we are not done with this system yet. The center of the storm, we're actually finding that right into the mitten state. So it's circulating counterclockwise, and that's why you're finding a lot of this rain and moisture to be wrapped around the center of the storm. So here's our first round of rainfall. You can see that going over Lake Erie, headed further east. Of course, that's going to continue to spin off as well. As the center of the storm does move east, it will pull everything with it. So it's going to be watching to see where these showers do end up. This is our second round of rain that came through Indiana, and that's rolling through our southern counties currently. And then finally, our third round of rain that we'll be seeing tonight is going to be based off of this batch that we have in Wisconsin and also the UP of Michigan. And just some showers there, but it's our best chance for seeing a little more of that widespread rain, and we need the rainfall here. So that's going to be our best bet as far as starting and even trying to keep up with even the momentum of the rainy conditions that we've had. As far as radar, I know a lot of you have been using this tool. It's a great tool to use, the WTOL 11 weather app, using radar and also satellite to see some of those breaks in the clouds. Future radar is also a tool that you can tap there in the corner and set that to go. So make sure you have the app ready to go, open, continue to check that through the day. Again, we have that second round coming through, and I know you'll be using the app later on tonight when we have that third round. Of course, using future radar, you don't even have to wait for the rain to come in. You can keep an eye on it ahead. All you have to do is download that from the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, search WTOL 11 weather, and then you can have that free app on your phone. If you have it, you already know how it all works, but in case you don't have it, you're going to want to have it, because this is what we're tracking. Here's this second round of rainfall we have moving in on your Tuesday. You'll see that we still keep some of those scattered kind of pop-up type showers. But then we have the widespread rain after 3 o'clock. It's even closer to the dinner time frame that we see that 7, 8, 9 o'clock. That rolls in overnight. But by daybreak Wednesday morning, that system is finally gone, and we are waking up to dry weather. We'll have a few clouds that are still hanging around. They just linger on, but we will have overall dry weather and brighter skies. A little more sun is expected on our Wednesday, and that means it'll kind of be back to what our normal has been, dry, sunny kind of weather. Though we need the rain, it's nice to have a little more of a balance, but we could also use, though, a few more rainy days in the forecast, and we do have a few of those still to come. As we look at the hour-by-hour rain totals, of course, we've had that first round earlier this morning. We have the second round rolling through currently, and then we're going to be finding then that later round. So as we kind of add all three of those together, you're going to find that the highest of totals are going to be further south and east. I anticipate many of us to be around 1/4 to a ½ inch as far as that rainfall. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if some of us are close to 3/4 of an inch the further south you are, and even there could be an isolated 1 inch in somebody's rain gauge as we go to check those in tomorrow morning. So you'll find that here. We pick up more of that rainfall overnight to get us closer to that ½ inch mark. So considering some of us did see close to a ½ inch on Sunday and an inch or another ½ inch today, we're talking an inch of much needed rain, and we still need more as far as, well, playing catch up from a very dry April and May. Now for today, highs are going to be around 67 degrees, so it's going to feel like April outside. And if that's, well, April, that means it's spring. We're talking on and off rain showers to go with it. You're just going to notice that wind direction kind of locking in some of the cooler conditions, but also the rain and the clouds gives it that cold and damp feeling. So you may head outside and go, oh, it feels like fall. And let's not rush the clock too much. Let's just say it feels like spring. We still haven't reached the summer solstice, so we are in the spring season for the astronomical seasons. If you do meteorological seasons, it is summer. It's however you want to look at it. Now, what month is it? I know that's what I was asking yesterday, and today will be no different. That high of 68 is far off from where we should be. We should be looking at this point in June, highs that should be into the lower 80s. So we are way off of pace. That's where we were yesterday. And again, we're still falling behind. So it'll actually feel like later May, about April 28th is what it will feel like when you're outside this afternoon. And that means that you might need that sweatshirt or at least a long sleeve shirt on to just feel a little bit comfortable, even that lighter rain jacket, just because we still have more rain to get through. Now, as far as a warm up, you're going to find today is our coolest day, and then we are into the mid to upper 70s for the rest of the week. So that gets us, though still below average, at least closer to some of that summer sensation, those vibes. The weekend, that's when we welcome the 80s, and then we hold into the low to mid 80s as we go into next week. Now, these 80s are just going to continue for us, but that's actually where we should be. So some seasonal weather, nothing too hot or too chilly is on the horizon. Now, again, I was saying that we need kind of a balance between the two. So we have the rainy weather for today, some sun as we go into Wednesday, back down into some of those rain clouds for Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday, looking bright, looking sunny. We'll be looking at a high pressure system moving in, but it doesn't stay very long because Sunday looks like we have another rain chance coming in the forecast. Though I know rain on a weekend, not ideal, we are just happy to be talking some rain in the forecast. So that's on and off here as those temperatures start to climb 70s and 80s as we go into the weekend. It's just about a 30% chance of some showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder on Sunday. But after that, then the forecast does go quiet again. So we need to pick up on the rain when we can get it, even if it is on a weekend, because we do see those temperatures returning to summer levels. We're talking low to mid 80s towards the end of that extended forecast. So make sure you're keeping an eye to that long extended forecast, but also radar with the WTOL 11 weather app.